Hello, Bears. I'm John Mars III.
And I'm Darius Stone. We brought you a story at the end of last semester about seniors graduating early.
And now, as CTV's Skylar McCarty tells us, some juniors say they want to do the same next year.
It's a popular topic among some juniors, graduating early. If that sounds good to you, Mr. Perry says it's a process that all starts with your classwork.
The most important thing you have to do first would be is make sure that all your credits you have enough credits that you're at 25. And actually, I think next year's class goes up to 26, so you have to have 26 credits by next year.
But you also must get approval from the school board.
Submit a letter of recommendation to the school board, and then the school board then approves it, and you can graduate early.
Each junior we talk to has his or her own reasons to graduate at semester.
It just seems easier. It's getting school out of the way faster, getting closer to my future.
I want to be done with high school. Not a fan.
I would love to graduate early. I am really putting in the effort in all my classes, working really hard in school.
But not everyone sees the benefits to leaving high school 5 months early.
No. If I do, I'm going to miss the senior experience.
Whether or not they want to graduate early, Chrisman's juniors are excited for their final year.
That they have a plan, that they are excited about being seniors, and that they take care of business and graduate.
For John Morris III, I'm Skylar McCarty for CTV.
We made it this far into the school year without it, but that doesn't mean some students don't miss it.
We're talking about focus. CTV's Mallory Thompson talked to upperclassmen about the class that wasn't really a class.
The addition of an 8th block to our school day meant and there was no longer a room in the weekly schedule for focus.
No, I don't really see a benefit of the 8th hour because, one, it's just more course load with less time to do it.
I do not, because honestly, 8th hour is just primarily for another elective.
Many students saw focus as a time to catch up on one's homework or even take a break for one class period once a week.
I don't have a chance to actually catch up on all my homework.
Just that we get to work on our own work there, and we don't really have time to do that, like, if we have jobs after school, or we can't do that during other classes.
For administrators, the choice was from even higher than them.
Well, there were a lot of factors that went into that decision. Really, the decision came from central office, and they really wanted to add an 8th block to give more options as we're moving to academies so that everybody can get all of those classes in to get their IRCs or dual credit options before they go off to college. And so that was one of the factors. Probably the biggest one was that they needed the instructional minutes to make the 8-bill schedule work.
For Barry Baker, I'm Mallory Thompson for CTV.
This is always a busy time of the year for the counseling team.
Yeah, but this year is even busier because of students gearing up to register for classes as of February 8th.
Each counselor has about 330 students, so getting in to see one may be kind of difficult.
And if you do need to talk to a counselor, Ms. Ford says there is a process you should follow.
If it's an emergency, you obviously let Mrs. Bennett, the secretary, know it's an emergency, I need to see a counselor, and she will find one of us. If it's not a crisis, we ask that you can fill out one of those forms. When you walk in, the counseling officer's a form that you can write your name on it, let us know a brief summary of what it is that you need, and you put it in our door.
Ms. Ford says if your counselor isn't there the day you need them, there should be a substitute there to see you.
In regards to enrolling, she says before you can register for your classes, there are 3 things you need to know. 1, how many credits you have. 2, what classes you still need to graduate. And finally, how to fill out the enrollment forms.
Competition between the classes has always been a big part of the high school experience.
And CTV's Kaylee Heisel takes a look at this year's class rivalries.
Seniors versus juniors, sophomores versus freshmen. The traditional high school rivalries do exist here at Chrisman. But those traditional rivalries here at Chrisman aren't the only ones that are at odds this year.
I feel the seniors have done a great job. It's a lot better than the years past. I feel like more kids are participating and buying in and having spirit. The freshmen's new spirit, it's something I haven't seen in a while ever since I've been here. Usually the freshman classes are always like sitting down at the assemblies and stuff. This year they're actually doing stuff. I think when they're seniors, I think they'll be a pretty good group of seniors.
Yes, I think the juniors are doing good this year. We should have won the Spirit Stick instead of the seniors during that assembly.
Sophomores, we can bring our spirit up to a 10. I'm a student council member, so that's what we've been kind of like doing in there, is trying to get all the grades to get at the same level. Because right now, freshmen and sophomores, our school spirit is low compared to juniors and seniors. So we're working on it.
I feel like our grade level, our spirit it's really good, but some people they need to step it up.
Rivalries may bring out the competitive spirit in the different classes, but they also make us into one big Happy Bear family. For Darius Stone, I'm Kaylee Heisel reporting for CTV.
Walk into any meeting of most clubs here at Chrisman, and you'd likely hear a lot of talking.
Well, not with this club.
For most Chrisman students, communication is mostly verbal, but for other actions can speak louder than spoken words.
Sign Language Club is for the students to learn sign language. I took my first year of sign language class in high school, and since we don't have a class here, which I hope we do in the future, but since we don't have class here, it's just an opportunity for the kids to learn sign language and be able to communicate with the deaf and hard of hearing students that are here in the school and also in the community.
It's about learning sign language, how to use sign language for like the future, jobs, interpreting skills.
The Sign Language Club is new. Ms. Goble received the approval for it at the end of the semester.
We have only met for like 5 times this year. I just got it approved before Christmas break, and this is my first year interpreting in this high school.
The new Sign Language Club is an opportunity for students to learn and communicate with the deaf in our school.
When you use sign language, it helps you with getting a job for the future, like an interpreter or helping deaf students, or like, for example, you could teach old people in seniority homes, stuff like that.
It can help if with jobs, if deaf people come in to the workplace or come into a store, and if you know a little bit of sign language, it always helps the deaf person, that's the consumer that comes, to know a little bit about their language. And you can even help with knowing just a little bit of sign language, even the alphabet.
The Sign Language Club meets every Thursday from 2:30 to 3:30 in the ISS room. Yearbook prices will officially go up to $60 on Sunday. So bring your money tomorrow for your last chance at a cheaper yearbook. And don't forget that tonight's Christmas night at Main Event. We hope to see you all there, and let's show them that Christmas knows how to have fun.
Lock it up!
Clothing fads are nothing new here at Chrisman.
But as CTV's Brittany Stinson tells us, lately, this one in particular has taken a life of its own.
There are many different varieties of clothing going around the halls of Chrisman, but one seems to have taken on a name of its own. Let's see what our Chrisman students have to say about it.
I do not like the brand pink. People will wear black and white sweatshirts that say pink, and it's not pink, it's black and white.
It's pretty comfortable. It's cute. Well, it's really expensive, but it's comfortable, and I think it looks cute.
I like their clothes because they're cute.
Do you believe that their prices are reasonable?
No, their prices are not reasonable. They're ridiculous. Like, I bought a hoodie and a shirt and I spent $90.
No, not at all. It's too expensive. No.
For Taylor Hickerson and Alexis Elliott, I'm Brittany Stinson reporting for CTV.
Well, that's it for this week's edition of CTV, and it has been an eventful one.
Yes, it has. I'm Darius Stone.
And I'm John Mars III, and we're dabbing out.